Time story with Mrs. Cat. I have my snuggle buddy from Jesus above here. This is Lucille. You know Mrs. Cat has 7 kingdom kids? I do. So, as we get ready to start our story, oh, hold on. You see my friends? What time is it? It's time to choose our snuggle buddy! Oh, I'm so excited, yes! Lucille chose her snuggle buddy. Look! That's her snuggle buddy. And I'm gonna choose one of Lucille's snuggle buddies, Miss Jellybeans. Here's Miss Jellybeans. So this is my snuggle buddy. Miss Lucille has her snuggle buddy. Do you have your snuggle buddy? All right. Well, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to go get your snuggle buddy. Ready? 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Well, I'm snug in my bed. And I'm ready to read our story tonight. So let's get started. A Hole in the Roof from Matthew, Mark, and Luke. Jesus was at a house preaching. Many people gathered there because they heard he was healing the sick. The house was overflowing with people. Many had to stand outside. There was no room left, not even outside the door. Down the road lived a man who could not walk. He was paralyzed. His friends believed Jesus could heal him. They carried him to the house. It was still too crowded, so they carried him up to the roof. The man's friends made a hole and lowered him down to Jesus. Jesus saw the men had faith. He knew how much they loved their friend. Jesus said to the man, "Your sins are forgiven." The man stood up and walked. The crowd praised God. Jesus calms the storm. Matthew chapter 8, verses 23 through 27. Jesus and his disciples got into a boat. They wanted to cross the sea. Jesus took a nap. The waves gently rocked the boat back and forth. Suddenly, a great storm came up. Waves splashed over the boat. Winds whipped around the disciples. They woke Jesus up and shouted, "The boat is sinking! Don't you care?" Jesus asked, "Why are you so afraid? Don't you have any faith at all?" Then Jesus told the storm to stop. Right away, it was calm. The disciples were amazed. They said to each other, "Who is this man?" Jesus. Even the wind and the waves obey him. 2 miracles from the books of Matthew, Mark, and Luke. One day, a man named Jairus came to see Jesus. He cried, "Jesus, please come heal my daughter. She is dying." "If you would just touch my daughter," Jairus said, she would be healed. So Jesus and his disciples went with Jairus. A large crowd followed Jesus as he walked to Jairus' house. Just then, a woman pushed through the crowd toward Jesus. She had been sick for 12 years. The doctors could not heal her. The woman believed that Jesus would heal her. She thought, I know if I just touch his clothes, I will be healed. As the woman got closer to Jesus, she reached out and touched him. She was healed at that moment. Jesus stopped and turned around. Who touched me? Jesus asked. I felt power go out of me. The woman knelt before Jesus and said, I am the one who touched you. Jesus said, your faith has made you well. Go in peace. Finally, Jesus arrived at Jairus' house. The people said it was too late. His daughter had already died. Jesus said, Jairus, trust me, your daughter is not dead. She is sleeping. Jesus told everyone to leave the house. Then Jairus and his wife went with Jesus into the girl's bedroom. Jesus knelt down beside her and said, wake up, my child. Right away, she opened her eyes and climbed out of bed. Jairus and his wife were overcome with joy. Do not despise these small beginnings, for the Lord rejoices to see the work begin. Zechariah chapter 4, verses 10. Well, friends, that was a wonderful story. Mrs. Cat is tired, but before we go to sleep, did you enjoy the story? That's good. Can you tell Mommy and Daddy who the main characters were in this story? Very good. Did they solve the problem in this story? Good. If they did, what was the solution? What did they agree upon to fix or solve the problem? Very good. Well, I couldn't go without letting you know that my very own Snuggle Buddy is in bed. You want to see? Okay. I saw the road down for you. If you want me to, I'll bring it all up to you. Aww. I saw the road down for you. Well, Miss Cat's going to her bed. I'm nice and warm. And I will see you next time at Bedtime Stories with Miss Cat. Okay? Good night. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Good night.